All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is Greg with Fire on the Mountain podcast, and we're here today with the chief. The chief is here to update us on a lot of things that are going on in the town right now. And with that, Chief, the microphone is yours.
Thanks, Greg. So let's start off with the new town manager is in town here. He's been on, what is this? This is August 28th. So basically he's been here the whole month of August now. He started in July, but I think he was just collecting information.
Okay.
So probably people have heard Christine Smith was, her position was eliminated. So
Right.
she was riffed. I think that was a week ago, a little over a week ago now.
Yep.
So he did tell us at leadership team this week that she did get a severance package. And one of the items that was done for her was a letter put in her file that she has first right of refusal of any future deputy town manager positions.
Okay.
The town
All right.
creates.
So it wasn't just kind of what the rumor mill had is he came in, let her go, done deal. You're out of
No,
here.
severance package, a letter. Basically, he told us at leadership team that he did not see a need for so many deputy town managers. And so Sheila has 26 years with the town. Christine had 3.
Sure.
Pretty much took the seniority route on that one.
Right.
So with that, the little change of organizations. Donnie Wilbanks, Community Development Director, is now supervising or managing engineering, streets, and airport.
Okay.
She reports to Sheila, as I understand it.
Okay.
Water, Donnie, which is Tanner, Donnie, I believe streets, library, all report to Sheila.
Okay.
IT, finance, clerks report to the manager. I report to the manager, and HR, I guess, is reporting to both of them.
Okay.
It's like we're gonna tag team HR issues. So
All right.
I think that's the way it was kind of described to. I haven't seen it on paper, but that's what it was described
Sure.
to us on Tuesday. So
Sure. And then a lot of big changes in our organization too.
So yeah, let's talk about the first one. I have a new title, officially Fire Chief and Public Safety Director.
Okay. Hey,
I kept the Fire
congratulations.
Chief title.
There you go.
So this was my idea largely. The manager really likes Commander Davies. Wanted to promote him to chief. I kind of like Commander Davies was not terribly enthused with that idea at this point. I reminded the manager that he was a sergeant about 6 months ago. Can we
Right.
let him figure out whether or not he wants to be a commander first? So I agreed to take on the role to help guide him, to give him the option of becoming the chief. PD, the line staff really likes him. The manager likes him, so it's largely just guiding him. With that, we'll keep the assistant chief position, will become permanent.
Okay.
However, with that also, with the open battalion chief position, the manager froze that position. So
Right.
didn't eliminate it like the deputy town manager,
Right.
just froze it. So with my taking the deputy or the public safety director position, that opened up the assistant chief position, which allowed us to promote the 3 individuals, Chief Klein, Captain Blazer, and Engineer Carr.
Right.
So that allowed those promotions to take place. We're working, Chief Bramble would like to go back on shift for 1 more year, so he's going to go back on shift. And Chief McCulley will move into the assistant chief position. And we'll see where this goes in a year.
Sure.
I think my conversations with Kevin is if that position becomes unfrozen, he would really like to step back and take back his role that he's
Sure.
done a lot of work and heart and soul in. But it allowed us to not riff anyone and allowed us to have the promotions. So that's what we're doing. And then the Community Risk Reduction Battalion Chief position is frozen this year. The manager has told me repeatedly, it's not taken, it's not gone, just
Right.
freezing it. In fact, when I spoke to him, I think it was just yesterday, I had my one-on-one with him. he seemed very optimistic that within a year he could unfreeze that position. So
Oh, that's good.
let's knock on wood. Let's hope to the fire gods that we can get our position back and we can keep moving forward. But it was kind of the right thing to do for everyone, to let everyone kind of see some new roles and see where this goes.
Sure.
It was not on my end of career bingo card. It was not. It just seemed like the right thing to do. PD has said they've experienced calm they've never experienced before, and they have a big desire to see if Commander Davies wants to be chief. So this gives them an opportunity for the fire side. It gives us the opportunity to continue with promotions because those were not going to be able to happen.
Right.
And allows us to let people take on leadership roles and see how they like those positions. So
then also we talked about the part-time position in fire
and we
prevention.
get the part-time prevention position back. It's unfrozen. So we froze the BC position, got the part-time prevention position unfrozen. So we're going to be recruiting for that position to try to fill that. So yeah, to help us out in prevention. I guess I will make sure to tell all of you all that when this came up, I was very clear with the boss. We will not do everything we have done.
Correct.
That's not realistic. We're not going to do more work with less people.
Right.
So there's things we're not going to do. Chief McCully's been putting together a list of what we won't do, largely scaling back on a lot of our fuels reduction efforts. We do want the part-time position to try to finish out the grant so we can keep in good status with grants. And then start helping out with prevention activities, Firewise assessments that we're going to have to do for new builds, complaints, and then also scaling you back a little bit from doing as many inspections so you can do plans reviews. So,
okay. Well, change is not always welcome in the fire service, but change always happens in the fire service. And this we're gonna roll with this. We have to. We didn't lose anybody. That's the big thing.
Right.
Nobody lost their job.
And we're not looking at riffing future firefighters. That's not on,
Right.
as I understand it, not on the table. I can tell you I'm able to move forward. We have no vacancies in the fire department other than the part-time position. I got permission to fill that. I've got green light to fill dispatchers and police officers. So I don't think his intention is to freeze firefighter positions. In fact, when I've had this conversation with him, he's like, well, it's the classic adage, Chief. It's prevention. I don't want to hit operations. So
Sure.
the goal here is to hit operations. Obviously, I have direction to watch what we spend. So as we move through, maybe some things we wanted to do, he might stop. But so far, he's given me green lights. It's been very positive interaction with him. So I'm optimistic about it.
Good.
I think he has a direction from his bosses to try to cut the budget. Certainly talked to the fire department and police department both about where we're at as far as revenues and expenditures, and his goal is to fix that. He's taking a defense and offense approach with that regard, insofar as releasing the deputy town manager, freezing the battalion chief, and I'm sure there are more changes coming across the landscape of the organization. Obviously, by moving Donnie in, that's I'm sure a small raise for her, but it's one less position that we're filling. And then he is filling or creating and going to fill an economic development director with the goal of trying to recruit business to come into town. So that's the offensive side. The defensive side are some of the cuts. So he's taken probably as best of approach as we could hope.
Sure.
And we'll see, right?
Okay.
He's been here for 24 days officially full-time.
Right.
28 days full-time. No, 24. He started on the 4th. So
Right.
a little over 3 weeks.
You know, the biggest thing is, like you just mentioned, the line guys out there, every job is secure. They're not looking at cutting anything from staff, from the line. We're doing a readjustment here on the admin side. And even then we're hoping that's a temporary adjustment because we've done a lot of great work in fuels reduction, in fuels management for the town. But the town has a need. We're not meeting all of the revenue that we had hoped to meet, and so expenditures when they exceed revenue, any good manager has to slow things down, and that's apparently what we're doing right now is just slowing things down a little bit.
I think so, and I think if we have any vacancies, I will be surprised if I'm told to not fill those.
Sure.
So I think we'll get the green light to fill our operational vacancies.
That's good.
Should we have any? Let's hope we don't.
Yeah, that's things are rolling along nicely right now. Speaking with that, you just mentioned a little bit the promotions.
Yes.
All the promotions have taken effect officially across the board now.
Through 7 days ago, August 21st, Captain Klein became Chief Klein, Engineer Blazer became Captain Blazer, Firefighter Carr became Engineer Carr. We're working on getting badge pinnings for those. Found out several people haven't had badge pinnings, so we're going to try to get those done as well. So we're all working on that.
No, that's fantastic. That is good news. I think everybody will be glad to hear from your perspective. Kind of what's happening organizationally, and what we're continuing to move forward. Things will slow down slightly. There'll be some things that we can't do, and when we get the positions back that are frozen, then we'll do that. But in the meantime, we'll continue to do our inspections. We'll continue to make Payson a better place to live, a safer place to live, and go about doing what we do best, and that's providing good customer service to our constituents.
The radio system is still underway. We're waiting to meet with DPS to finalize costs and do site-specific agreements. Chief Winton's been working on that pretty hard and heavy, so that will probably be moving forward. I think on the fire side, we have a little bit of time because sounds like our preferred vendor, the Bindex radios, will not have the multiband portable or multiband radio. Probably shouldn't say which ones. We won't have all multiband radios until after January 1st. So for us, we got a little bit of breathing time before we come on board with that.
Okay.
Hoping to get PD on board pretty quickly. So
good. It'll be very nice to have one system again,
yes,
where we can talk to everybody in the event of a catastrophic emergency.
Yes, have us all on one system and a public safety grade system.
Yeah,
it'll bring up hopefully our radio communications on the fire side. So yeah, obviously we won't do hazard zone communication. For those of you who are really into the technical NFPA standards, Chief Winton is absolutely all about that. Our intention is to keep our VHF system and do hazard zone communications on the VHF side. So
fantastic. So a lot of stuff going on. Anything else that you wanna add? We're kind of making this. You're a very busy man, so thank you for taking time.
I need to do this. I need this more often. I actually want to bring back some shift meetings, so we'll start doing quarterly shift meetings. Thank you to whoever came. Can't remember everybody who came to Rain Gray's presentation on the future recruitment and retention, which probably should be retention recruitment of the fire service.
Sure.
So that was really good information for those of you who came. So yeah, no, thank you to everybody who was able to attend that. So start trying to look at what he's learned and see how it applies to us and work on those things. So I think there's some things we're doing really well. I think one of the things we're horrible about, Greg, and you've done this longer than I have, but I think we've both done this a long time, is we're horrible in the fire service about celebrating what we do have and remembering how far we've come.
That's true.
And because we're always reaching for that next brass ring, right? We want the next thing we want to prove. Sometimes, though, it's a good idea to just look around and go, wow, things are a lot better than they used to be.
Yeah, if you ever travel outside of this country and go to other agencies, fire service agencies, let's say in Europe or down in Mexico or South America, things like that, we are absolutely fortunate and blessed in everything that we have to provide for the emergencies that come up. From what I see, these guys do an amazing job of taking care of the citizens in this town. Even the folks that are out of town. We've been having a lot of accidents on 260 lately, and on 87 going towards Phoenix, and the guys just do an amazing job from my perspective, And
Absolutely.
And yeah, it just congratulations,
Absolutely.
guys.
We have a
Also,
great group of folks working here.
I just want to real quick thank you and everybody here in training. I got to go to National Fire Academy last week.
Yes, thank
I
you.
hadn't been back there. It's probably been about 15 years. Nothing has changed, but I would encourage every single one of you out there, if you have the opportunity, get online, go to the National Fire Academy website. If there is a class out there that you're interested in, this department, this chief supports
Absolutely.
supports you learning and going back to that hallowed ground back there, because there's so many incredible fire service professionals that have gone through that academy, and it's truly one of a kind. They actually need our help right now. They need people to apply for classes. So if you're interested at all, they've pared the classes down to about a week at a time. So you go there you travel on a Saturday, you come home on a Saturday, and it's just an amazing place to rub elbows with other fire service professionals. Yeah, I always learn something from the people that I'm in class with, and so I would encourage each and every one of you to, if you have any interest at all in going back there to National Fire Academy, pursue it, do it, and they need people to take classes right now.
And if you don't have an interest, talk to some of us that have been there, and we'll give you lots of reasons why you should go. There's
Absolutely, absolutely
world-class education and the opportunity to build a group of friends that goes across the country, and you'll find out that we all got the same problems.
Absolutely, the same issues are here in Arizona, in the Arizona Fire Service, as they are in Maryland, as they are in Maine, in
Ohio,
the Midwest.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't, and it kind of gives you some comfort to know that you're not the only one out there going through some of these
And
struggles.
sometimes you find out some of those places have some worse problems than we
Oh,
have. And
absolutely.
you're like just thankful to have what we have. So
Absolutely. So
sometimes as messed up as Arizona's work environment can be, sometimes
It's-
it's still better than some of those other places.
I absolutely second that. So, well, if there's nothing else that you'd like to talk
It's a major
about,
announcement.
oh, that's right, major announcement. Let's hear it.
Well, that was it. That was
it?
The public safety director. That's what we'll be doing. The promotions, the act, we got the assistant chief position. I will be staffing that. Thank you to those guys, all of you who have worked through the first due issues. Getting first due on was a big undertaking. We're still working on some other issues and some other challenges, and we're looking at potentially even changing our CAD vendor. So there's lots of changes on the works. And getting support from the boss, even though he's trying to reduce the budget, he's interested in spending money where he feels like it's necessary to be spent.
Sure, and that's great. As long as they're spending money towards our way, it's just going to keep making us a better place to be, to work at, and a better organization.
Yep, definitely.
So,
Thank you, Greg, for your time.
With that being said, thank you, Chief. I appreciate all your time, and that'll do today's Fire on the Mountain podcast.
Perfect.